Hello, this is Sabrina Young with Young's Daughters Funeral Home and Bereavement Center. This video is about things that you don't want to do when a loss of a loved one or someone in your circle. Some people will compare their loss to others that are grieving. And even though it seems like a natural thing to do to sympathize with someone, comparing your grief to theirs isn't always the best thing to do. Another thing not to do would be to offer help and not really be there. A lot of people avoid the phone and they offer services that they just don't fulfill. They are in absence when we're trying to reach out for help. So I encourage you, don't offer more than what you're able to do. Don't be afraid to listen and engage in trying to remember someone. The person who's grieving wants to hear the name of their loved one. They want to continue to have that support and tell that story. So please be courteous and listen and say the name of the loved one that they're missing. Let them continue to have that moment. Don't try to pry into their personal matters, because with grief there's no timestamp and it's very confusing process to try to sort through. And so when you do that, it can be very invasive to the person who's grieving. Offering advice and quick solutions to get over it is not very accepting. It's not something that anybody wants to hear. Encouraging alcohol and drugs and substances is not also a good thing to do. Many people go to alcohol just to try to numb the pain, but a good friend will try to refer them to someone before they just sit down and have a couple binge nights of drinking. So try to be there, try to encourage them, stay away from those types of coping mechanisms because they're not very helpful. And don't try to minimize the loss like it's a thing that's going to pass or it's better this way or that way. Grief is something that everybody experiences personally, so we don't want to minimize those things. Don't expect them to be strong. Don't expect them to know things right away or be back onto a schedule of what used to be the norm for them, because transitioning and trying to find a new path and discovering themselves through that loss and who they're going to be after that loss is very transformational. So we need to give time and support and encouragement. If you find somebody that's needing that support, the Young's Daughters Funeral Home and the Bereavement Center are going to be staffed for transitional approaches with self-help classes. We definitely want you to not walk that journey alone, and we want to do that together as a community. You can find more information at www.youngsdaughters.com. You can email me at youngsdaughtersfuneralhome@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook at Young's Daughters, and you can certainly reach out for a phone call away. I want to thank you so much and hope you enjoyed the video. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much.